Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the breakdown. In this episode, we have on the left of screen Ryan Blue Bowen of Australia up against Brett Coutts of Australia, and it's in 2016 Supermatch. Alright, you can see off the go there, Ryan Bowen looking for a top roll. He's got a very vertical forearm. You can see here Brett Coutts looking and containing it, but unable to pin at this stage. Ryan Blue Bowen chipping away, trying to get through the hand. Brett Coutts being very patient and looking very casual, looking very comfortable, turning Ryan Bowen palm up, and Ryan Blue Bowen conceding. Let's have a look at the replay of the start. Very interesting hit there from Ryan Blue Bowen. He drags initially, but then gets his forearm as tall as he can. You can see the point of contact on the hand from Brett Coutts. It's not on the forearm, it's all above the wrist. That allows Ryan Blue Bowen to keep the match in the hand. Every time Brett Coutts surges, it keeps the pressure in the hand, and it is only when Brett Coutts eventually turns Ryan Blue Bowen palm facing up does he get the pin, and Ryan Blue Bowen concedes. 1-0 Brett Coutts. Alrighty, second match here. Big hit from Ryan Blue Bowen, getting incredibly close to the pin, looking for a finish, trying to keep that momentum going, but Brett Coutts now returning the favour. And Brett Coutts' hand is well and truly back. Ryan Blue Bowen has the hand control, but elbow fouls there. You can see the elbow foul is called. Ryan Blue Bowen very pumped up. The next start, you can see here in that replay, the hit was a big hit. Ryan Blue Bowen follows through all the way, almost getting a pin. Brett Coutts was only just able to get a stop before the pin, and with all of the efforts of Ryan Blue Bowen trying to get that match to finish, he elbow fouls as Brett Coutts stands back up despite the lack of hand control. So, big match there in the second round there, but still, only 1-0 to Brett Coutts. Alrighty, and then there's the next hit again, another big hit from Ryan Blue Bowen. Can't quite finish. Brett Coutts starts to try to fight back without his wrist. The superior arm strength of Brett Coutts, the only thing that is keeping him in this match right now. Ryan Blue Bowen with all of the hand control. You can see him working his shoulder. Brett Coutts trying to get it onto his side of the table, but due to the lack of hand control, it's not happening. Ryan Blue Bowen opening up on the bicep. You can see Ryan Blue Bowen's bicep starting to wear out, and he's starting to have to use the outside of his shoulder quite a bit. Brett Coutts looking to come back through, and there is the slip. They will go into straps. Still 1-0 to Brett Coutts. And into the straps they go. Another big hit from Ryan Blue Bowen. Can he get the job done? Much tighter position here. Ryan Blue Bowen looking confident, but will he get the finish? Well, let's find out. Brett Coutts sitting comfortably. Ryan Bowen standing back up, waiting for Brett Coutts to attack there. Again, goes on another surge, but Brett Coutts holding power an inch or two off the pad is sufficient. The bicep of Brett Coutts, even though it's exposed, it is very strong. Ryan Bowen stands back up, looks for an opportunity, waits for it, and Brett Coutts starts to move his shoulder forward. You can see there, he's committed to a press. He's found out Ryan Blue Bowen's bicep is exposed and comes through the center. Let's have a look at that transition. As Ryan Blue Bowen stands back up, waiting for an opportunity, Brett Coutts tucks his shoulder forward, gets it behind it, and commits to a flop press drive. And Ryan Blue Bowen, even with the hand control, unable to stop that. 2-0, Brett Coutts. Alright, into the third round they go, and slip and straps. You'll see Ryan Blue Bowen going over the top of the hand there. Now, in the straps, Ryan Blue Bowen with a hit, but not going through as far this time. The energy levels must be getting lower. Brett Coutts, again, losing the hand, but resting on the superior arm strength. As Ryan Blue Bowen is looking for a way to get through the bicep of Brett Coutts. Brett Coutts, again, drops below the table in what looks like a flop sort of hook there. Without the wrist gone, Brett Coutts attempting to just use the arm power anyway, but Ryan Blue Bowen getting a stop about 10 centimeters above the pad. But here comes Brett Coutts standing up for the press and getting the victory. Let's have a look at that in the replay. You'll see the critical thing was Brett Coutts drops below the table, opens up the arm of Ryan Blue Bowen. From there, Brett Coutts unable to get the finish with that movement, so he will stand up, get behind his body, and commit to a flop press. And with the lactic acid build-up of the smaller athlete Ryan Blue Bowen being too much against the power of Brett Coutts, and Brett gets the win. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the breakdown.